So this is the problem with sin, specifically small sins. Nobody wakes up planning to ruin their life, but they do say yes to something small. One click, 1 hour, one crisis later. Now they're trying to undo the damage. Welcome to Truth, where we help you think better so you can feel better. Now let me tell you a story. It happened to a guy I know. He got a DM on social media, nothing explicit, just a little suggestive. One click, one like. 15 minutes later, he's scrolling through a feed that he didn't even realize was compromising. 1 hour later, he's feeling shameful and convicted, so he decides to go for a run to clear his head. 5 hours later, he's laying in his bed, phone hidden under his pillow, headphones in his ears, playing worship music at full volume, and no one would ever know, right? That's the lie we tell ourselves. But sin will always find its way of forcing itself into the open. 1 week later, he's skipping church, telling his wife he's running late for work, disconnecting from his accountability group, isolating himself from the very friends that could help him, and before he knows it, he's in crisis. And it all started with a tiny yes. Now here's the problem with a tiny yes. Most of us don't see it as such. We minimize it, ignore it, justify it, rationalize it, normalize it. But James 1:14-15 says this, "But each one is tempted when he is drawn away by his own desires and enticed. Then when desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin when it is full grown brings forth death. Desire gives birth to sin, and sin gives birth to death." Now if you're thinking that's too dramatic, then you've missed the point. Death doesn't always look like a funeral. Sometimes it looks like depression, sometimes it looks like addiction, sometimes it looks like a divorce decree, a lost job, an empty bank account, a closed door, a missed opportunity, a broken relationship, a lonely night, a guilty conscience, a wasted life. Now look back at James. Notice the pattern. Desire, give birth to sin, and then sin gives birth to death. The devil rarely wins on the big moments. He wins on the little ones. And that's what happened to our friend in the garden. The serpent had one simple strategy. Seed of doubt, ? Distort the truth. Verse 4, you will not certainly die. And then the third step is the isolated decision. Verse 6, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit and ate, and she gave also to her husband. See? The devil wins on the little decisions, because he knows those little decisions give birth to bigger problems down the road. And the bigger the problem, the louder the voice in our head saying, I can handle this, or I deserve this, or I can't believe I'm actually going to do this. And the more shame we feel, the harder we try to hide it. And the harder we try to hide it, the deeper the hole becomes. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verses 12-13, Therefore, let him who thinks he stands take heed lest he fall. No temptation has overtaken you except such as is common to man. God is faithful, and he will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you can bear. But with the temptation, he will also make the way of escape, that you may be able to endure and overcome. Listen, every sin carries a direction. There's always a way out, but when we keep saying yes to the small things, the way out becomes a way under. Here's the good news. You can stop the chain. You can say no to that one more episode. You can say no to that one more drink. You can say no to that one more secret. You can say no to that one more click. You can say no to that one more lie. You can say no to that one more compromise. You can say no to that one more secret sin. You can say no to that one more affair. You can say no to that one more DM. You can say no to that one more fantasy. You can say no to that one more compromise. You can say no to that one more click. You can say no to that one more lie. You can say no to that one more secret. You can say no to that one more affair. You can say no to that one more DM. You can say no to that one more fantasy. You can say no to that one more compromise. You can say no to that one more click. You can say no to that one more DM. You can say no to that one more fantasy. You can say no to that one more compromise. You can say no to that one more click. You can say no to that one more lie. You can say no to that one more secret. You can say no to that one more affair. You can say no to that one more DM. You can say no to that one more fantasy. John writes this in his letter, My little children, I am writing these things to you so that you may not sin. And if anyone sins, we have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ, the righteous. You can stop the chain. You can say no. You can turn around. You can return. You can start over. You can change course. You can get help. You can ask for forgiveness. You can choose holiness. You can choose purity. You can choose the Lord. So what was your last tiny yes that nobody else saw? What are you going to do differently today?